Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine and I'm back to review another episode of CBS's Big Brother, Season 18, episode number 28, so let's just get down to it. My thoughts on this episode were this. I was really disappointed at the end when we were unable to see the HOH competition in its entirety. I do understand that it is going to air on Sunday, but it upset me because it was just like I spent an entire episode watching the house guests play these games, which were fun, but then watching all of these clips and I'm just like, I can't wait to see the HOH comp. Oh, I'm so happy. And then to get to the end of the episode and not see it made me go like, ugh. But then it also made me happy because I decided to watch it today on Saturday instead of watching it early this morning at 1:37 because CBS decided on the East Coast that it was time to air football instead of allowing us to watch the episode. And on a side note, I wish that CBS would allow the All Access members to see the episode, or at least have a choice to be able to either watch football or watch Big Brother, because every year this situation happens and it becomes more and more aggravating. And as I've said previously, I like Big Brother, but when football season starts, I get so annoyed with CBS. I really, really do. As far as this episode is concerned, Natalie's happy Paulie's gone. Victor feels untouchable. He doesn't fear anybody in the house. All I can say after knowing who won HOH is just wait till Sunday. That's going to be a very interesting episode. I thought that I knew who the HOH was going to nominate, but things have changed, or at least they did change for a minute. At this point, I don't know, because right now I'm doing this video. Once I finish recording this, I'm going to go back on social media and figure out who was nominated for eviction this week. Paul is worried about Corey and Nicole wanting revenge after Paulie being nominated and evicted. Big Brother decided to throw this party for the final 7. They called the Big Brother County Fair. They had a performance by Ziggy Marley, and I wonder, as far as that performance is concerned, did Ziggy Marley only perform one song, or did he perform a medley of songs and Big Brother only had the rights or the license to, say, air one song performance? That's the only question that I have at the moment. So Natalie seemed to be having the best time out of everybody at this Big Brother County Fair, and she was super happy to see Ziggy Marley perform. As far as those clips are concerned, those clips as they pertain to Jose made me miss him just a little bit. Zakia's birthday party and lap dance were really cute. Unfortunately, I felt so bad when Zakia said that she was worried about her mom seeing Paulie give her this lap dance, because it made me think about the things that she and Paulie did on the feeds and how many people saw that and how people are bashing the crap out of her for that. I feel so bad for her. I'm sure that she's probably in the jury just thinking about this, and hopefully she will be able to handle it when she comes out of the house, because the things that people are saying about her on social media is horrible. Horrible. So Big Brother decided to show us how Frank and Tiffany and Davon basically blew up their games and targeted one another, and I was just like, ugh, do we have to see this again? I wish that we had been able to see more positive clips involving these three people, because I really didn't want to be reminded of that fight. But Davon was right when she said that Frank was going home, and she wasn't, because she's not home. She's in the jury, relaxing, eating, and chilling out. So it is what it is. Big Brother had this darts game where the house guests could win money. Paul won $500, James, Natalie, and Michelle won 25 cents. Nicole won, I think it was $750. And Victor, who seemed like he sucked at darts, won $500. So Natalie and James kissed at the kissing booth. And they talked about how this summer was the summer of showmances. And here's my opinion on that. Big Brother portrayed James and Natalie as a cute showmance. They did their best to show the positives of Nicole's showmance with Corey, and they did their best to show the positives of Paulie and Zakia's showmance. The one thing that bugged me about those clips pertained to Zakia and Paulie, because the way that that conversation in the Paris room was edited, it made it seem like Paulie was being level-headed and Zakia was nothing but a crying, blubbering mess. As somebody who watched the feeds and saw that scene, I can tell you that I was up until 5 o'clock in the morning watching what was going down, because the conversation itself happened somewhere between 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock. But I refused to go to sleep until it looked like Zakia had calmed down, because Paulie gaslit the crap out of her. She was trying to have a conversation with him. She was speaking calmly to him, and he was just like, what? Just being very monotone, very nasty. He acted like her tears meant nothing, her feelings meant nothing. He acted like he didn't know why she was upset. So to watch that scene play out in this episode and see that Paulie is portrayed as level-headed really didn't sit well with me at all. If you really want to know what happened with that scene, definitely start digging through social media. Start asking people, especially the ones that watched it on the feeds, because a lot of people on social media were sick of Paulie, and that's one of the main reasons why people hate Paulie, besides the fact that he was so disrespectful towards all the women and he thought he was God's gift to the game. That one argument that he started with Zakia that began as a conversation is one nail that was put in his coffin, that was then followed by a bunch of nails, and then he was kicked out and sent to jury. James is shown as always being there for Natalie, but does Natalie really care about James? They do have good times, they do confide in each other, but people have to remember that Big Brother is a game. And we haven't seen an authentic romance in the Big Brother house since Brendan and Rachel. Okay, James said that his favorite showmance is Corey and Nicole, and once again Nicole is getting played. There are people on social media who have disagreed with me on this, but it is the truth. Corey is playing her, and the fact that Corey couldn't kiss her and he kind of gave her this like halfway kiss, I mean, if that had been any other showmance in the house, they would have kissed. Like you see James and Natalie kiss. But clearly Corey was just like, yeah, I'm going to kiss her right here after all the things that he and Nicole have done on the feeds. And they have done a lot. The only thing is that Nicole is not getting dragged for it like Zakia is. Okay. When it comes to Big Brother, I call a spade a spade. Paulie didn't really like Zakia, and he benefited off the fact that she wanted to be in a showmance. He had said he didn't want to get in a showmance, and he used it to his advantage. And he cuddled up with her, he hooked up with her, and then he started playing this hot and cold game, and Zakia was wondering what she did wrong when she didn't do anything wrong. Her gut feeling was telling her the truth, that he wasn't really into her, but her heart was speaking. She was abused in a relationship, and this sort of reaction is not surprising from someone who was abused. I feel really sorry for her because she's going to feel really, really bad when she sees all these clips and she really, really sees what Paulie said, because she only got a tape of that week. When she's able to sit down and watch the whole season, she's going to feel so bad. And I hope that when she gets outside of the Big Brother house, she says sayonara to Paulie. Because I'm just not here for him at all, especially after what happened in Paris and the things that he was saying about her once she was gone. I am so happy Jessie was in this episode. I feel like he saved this episode. That dunk tank was awesome. Victor won the Techno Spectacular. He got a new TV, tablet, and smartphone. But then Big Brother decided to show us that clip where Michelle and Nicole and Natalie were talking about boob wrinkles, and then Paulie was staring too long at Natalie's boobs, and then it made me sit back and think, and I was just like, you know, Paulie was obviously interested in her. I hope I didn't say Paul before because I meant Paulie, but anyway, that's a side note. He was obviously interested in Natalie, and when Natalie was not trying to holler at him, that's when he started bad-mouthing her. But make no mistake, Paulie did not create the term fake tits or FT. That was Paul who did that. Big Brother's pie eating contest resulted in Victor, Michelle, and James becoming have-nots, and Michelle winning an advantage for the next HOH competition. Which brings me to the HOH competition in that big box, which was scary, and it reminded me of a competition show that used to air on ABC back in the early 2000s. It was called, I think, The Mole. I remember Anderson Cooper was the host of the show, where the people had to go through the box in the dark to find like different clues and stuff. Personally, if I was in that thing, I probably would have lost, but that's a side note. As far as this competition is concerned, it was smelly, it was gross, it was scary. It's supposed to last 2 hours. Victor doesn't want Corey or Nicole to win, neither does Paul, and Big Brother doesn't want us to know the outcome until Sunday, but I obviously know because I have the feed. So you guys take care. I will be doing my review for Sunday's episode, but it will be late because Big Brother unfortunately airs at 8 o'clock, and then after that I watch the night of. I watch Ray Donovan. I watch I'm gonna be watching Fear the Walking Dead, Ballers, Vice Principals, and after midnight tonight, I'll be watching Power and Survivor's Remorse on my Stars app. I'm a busy person on Sundays, which is why I decided to do these reviews later. But you guys take care, and like I said, after you watch Sunday's episode, the game has changed. I love you guys. Bye, guys. Bye.